So each of you are very successful, and being able to talk about successes is quite easy. But sometimes what some of us encounter is a setback or some obstacle. And for some, that obstacle is a career-altering event that changes a trajectory. And for some, it's a bump in a progression. Do you have any advice or comments regarding that fork in a career path?
One bump that I had was a paper that I published with a student. The student shared some information with another graduate student in Europe, and it sounded like a friendly collaboration, sharing data. They went ahead without our knowledge and published a paper explicitly trying to rebut our results. And I thought it was rather cruel and also dishonest the way they even represented some of our data. So then there's this choice, how are we going to respond to that? But one immediate choice that had to be made was talking with our own promotion and tenure committee in the department. If my work is going to be criticized, well, partly that's also how science goes. Maybe I was wrong, and that's all right. Someone took notice, and being wrong isn't necessarily the end of the world. That's part of how science advances. So entering those conversations is hard, but necessary.
I really think it's just sort of the attitude that or the way your perspective on those setbacks. And there's a lot of rejection in this field, and you get rejected and it's hard to take, and but I really think if you can frame all of that rejection as a learning opportunity. One of my mentors once told me that I get a day to feel sorry for myself, and then I need to get she told her exact words were, then I need to put on my big girl panties and move forward and figure it out. So and I think that's good advice. You always do feel, there's like that moment when you read the rejection letter and you're devastated, you put months and months and months into that project, and then step away from it and come back to it and think about what you learned from it. What do you need to do differently? Is it something that you can reframe and still get out? Is it something, but not to let those things. I will say in my career, I've never had a paper completely unpublished. I've gone to lower tier journals, I've reworked them into different things, but I've never had a piece that I've done that I've just completely let go, although I came close last year, but I didn't. And so I think you just need to always think about it. Okay, so what am I going to do with this? I already did this work. What am I going to do? I know there's some value to it. How do I reframe it? And I've had some stuff in low tier journals because of that, but it's been out there. And sometimes for me, it's like, okay, I'm at least going to get a message out in teacher journals so that the teachers that are around the classroom can read it, which is not the same as a research club. But so I think it's just really like reframing failure and making the best of it.
I think you need to find somebody at the university you truly, truly, truly trust and can talk to them a lot, and get their feedback on, this came up, should I do it? What can I do? This fell apart, what should I do? And I'm not talking papers here. I'm talking, there's some big things that happen at the university.